here with another dinner tip. I'm going to show you one of my favorite fish that I eat, which is cod. And there's a couple different types of cod, but I'll demonstrate how I prepare cod, because I personally probably eat about 5 pounds of cod a week. So it's one of my favorite fish. So Caitlin, we have our assistant Caitlin and Christian here. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, people.
I like to use a glass pan, so I'm just going to spray this down with a little pan. You can use butter to line it if you want, but just remember that butter is going to add some fat calories to your macronutrients for the day. So after I add that, Caitlin, would you like to pour this alkaline water into the pan? Fantastic. Go ahead and put that in the sink for me, guys. And here we have our 2 cod fillets. I prefer to get my cod at a produce store rather than a big box or warehouse store. It just, to me personally, it tastes better. And if you have the availability to get the cod loin, or the loin of the cod, it's a different section of the fish. It's a little bit thicker fillet. It's a lot tastier as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to have one of our assistants brush there you go. We're going to brush the fish with some freshly squeezed organic lemons. Okay, go ahead. Fantastic. Pour a little bit on there for you, and then just brush it in for me. Sure. There you go. Into that. There we are. Excellent. And one of my favorite seafood seasonings. Go ahead. Let Katie have the brush. There you go. One of my favorite seafood seasonings is Old Bay. So Katie, just go ahead and brush real quick. Fantastic. Thank you very much. We'll just put that right down. Sure. We're just going to pat the bottom of the Old Bay. Yep, just like that. And we're going to sprinkle some Old Bay. Good. Wow, look at my 2 assistants helping me out.
3 assistants. You're one of them.
As far as the sodium content, it's not as bad as you think it is because they use celery salt. You'll check the ingredients on the amount of sodium. All right, guys, let me just finish up. All right.
You know it fast.
In my opinion, you can never use too much Old Bay seasoning. So we're going to place these fillets right in here.
With water.
Right there.
Water.
And let's go ahead and dump the rest of the lemon juice in there as well. Now, as far as cooking the cod fillets, I recommend a 350-degree temperature in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes for this servings. And I'll see you in about 18 minutes when we pull it out and we go over the macronutrients for the day. Video, 20 minutes has passed and our cod is cooked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a scale that I use for every one of my meals. I measure the exact amount of ounces of protein, carbs, and fat that I put in my body for the day, as well as calculate it out for each meal. So let's go ahead and measure. I kind of eyeball this already. This looks like about 6 ounces because that's the usual serving of cod for me. And the scale, I just tear that back to 0 once I put the tray on. And we are at 5 1/4 ounces. Let's see if this brings us to 6. 6 5/8. Let's make sure that we have the exact amount of protein that we want of the cod. 6 ounces even. Perfect. So let's slide this away to the side. And I'll put the cod on the plate.
And
almost, voila, buddy. Almost. So basically, this is what the entire meal will look like. And I'll just share with you the macronutrients. We have 6 ounces of cod, which is 41 grams of protein, 0 grams of carbohydrate, 2 grams of fat. A half a cup of white rice, long grain, 2 grams of protein, 22 grams of carbohydrates, because a cup of rice is 44 grams, and 0 grams of fat. 10. Did you just sneeze on your food?
no, you got it.
There you go. Good job. And 10 spears of asparagus, 4 grams of protein, 6 grams of carbohydrate, 0 grams of fat, and unless you put some olive oil or butter on there, then factor in your fats. So this entire meal is 47 grams of protein, 28 grams of carbohydrates, and 2 grams of fat. You ready to eat, bud?
Yeah.
Hot dog. Let's go.